Welcome, welcome. Pause day number one. Voila. That's so good. Oh, it's so fun to see people here in Zoom and for everybody watching over in Facebook world. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Please do register so you can make the most of your experience. And let's get this show on the road. I like to get moving and grooving. We were right on the hour. I'm sure there's going to be a buffer. Others will come in. For those of you that are watching the replay, I honor your time. Hello and welcome. I am so grateful that you're here, right? And in whatever way you're here, ideally, have pen and paper out. Hopefully, you have your workbook. Hopefully, you have printed up your workbook. Right now, if you're like, wait a minute, workbook, what's that? Put it in the chat. Just say workbook. Okay. You're also welcome to text. Team, if you could put the text number in the chat. At any point, you can text that number along the journey of pause. Ask your questions, right? The more you raise your hand and say, this is what I need or want, the more likely you are to get what it is that you need or want. Ooh, I need to turn my video on. That's helpful. Do you guys want to see me? Who wants to see the face that's speaking? Oh my goodness. I love technology. When I've got so many windows popping in Facebook Live. Hey, everybody. Oh, nice. Yes. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. Yeah, Andrea says we started already. What do you mean we started already? What is the name of the Facebook group? Okay. There are a few different Facebook groups. I run Women Rockin' Their Energy, Hormones, and Libido, and also Beyond the Red Tent. Those are the two main Facebook groups that I run. But you're going to have a much more potent experience being here on Zoom because you'll be able to ask your questions, right? And we can have some interaction. I think it's important to start out just by congratulating you for being here. We all have very full, busy lives, and you get to take time to set aside time for yourself, right? It's a powerful first step towards really reclaiming your vitality. Okay. So just take a moment and really acknowledge the effort that you've made to be here. Okay. Many move mountains. And so I acknowledge that and honor that. And whether you're balancing work, family, or the demands of everyday life, this also gets to be a pause for you. Like I often say, put our own oxygen mask on first, right? Go from a filled up cup. And this gets to be a space to really reflect and breathe and prioritize yourself. And so for each and every one of you, Andrea and Amy and Racia and Aaliyah and Angie and BMC, I'm curious what that is, and Gloria and Calvin and Nicole and Polly and Shanae and everybody that's coming on, just to really say, I see you and I congratulate you. And so if this is your first time ever attending one of my events, will you just put in the chat first time? And if, on the other hand, you have attended something of mine in the past, put again. Okay. It's nice for me to get an idea of how many first timers. We've got some agains, we have some first time. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's welcome. Just first time or again. First time. Okay, got it. Amy, Polly, got it. And it's nice for me to know because then it gives me an idea of how much of my story to tell. Thank you, Aaliyah. So Aaliyah put the phone number in there. You can always text or email any step of the way. Okay, you're registered. You're here on Zoom. You can text and email, especially for the live Q&A. You want to email in your labs and say, can Maraya take a peek at this? Or, wow, we unpacked this thing. What do you think about that? You'll be texting in or emailing your homework if you're one of those people that likes to do your homework. Oh, nice. Hey, Sinead, nice to see you. And yeah, that was fun to have you here in Ashland. This is an interactive experience, right? So I'll respond to your questions and comments in real time. And if you're watching the replay, know that your engagement still matters. So the more that you engage by emailing and texting with your concierge support, they are always relaying to me and it becomes really helpful. Okay. My priority is that you turn off all the outside noise. We think that we're good at multitasking, but what research shows is that we're actually not so great at it as we think. So really allow yourself to be fully present. Have your workbook printed out if you can. If you don't have your workbook, it's all good. Grab a journal. You can print it up later. But just if the more you can turn off notifications, close the door, let the kids know mom's doing mom time, I think you're going to get a much better experience out of it. The other thing I want to say is if you've registered and you didn't get an email, please check your promotions folder and your spam. Often emails show up in there, and I wish I had a magic wand to change that, and I don't. We've been battling that for the last year, and at some point, maybe it'll be great. So, concierge support, you might interact with Aaliyah, you might interact with Krista, you might interact with Reza. They are all here to support you. You're going to have a chance to meet Aaliyah and Krista as we progress through these 7 days. You'll see their faces, you'll hear their stories, and hopefully it feels like a very personal family feel. And today's the perfect moment to step back and assess where you've been settling for quote unquote good enough. Or we're going to be talking about the 4-letter word, fine, not today, but we will tomorrow, instead of striving for spectacular, right? So, what I look for is I want to work with women that want to feel spectacular. You want to believe that it's possible to rise and feel at your best. Some go, really? Is that really possible at my age? Yes, it is. Okay. We get to shift our gaze and surround ourselves with other women that have done it, have paved the way before you, and still believe in feeling more spectacular and not going belly up to status quo, good enough, or fine. And when you prioritize yourself and your well being, you create the foundation for a thriving, purpose filled year ahead. Okay, my intention is you will walk away from pause with clarity on the current landscape of your vitality, right? To really allow yourself to take the pause. Once again, not multitasking, an actual, it can all wait. Okay, your vitality can't wait. Okay. So research shows that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40% with cognitive switching costs, impairing focus. Okay. I don't need to keep saying that. Okay. We're here. Let's get in. So despite the challenges we face, now is the most amazing time to be a woman. Okay. We have more access to information and resources and support than ever before. So let's pull up the workbook. I'm going to give a visual. Hopefully, if you have it printed up, amazing. If not, here's what we're talking about. So if we're going to dismantle the what is in the way of our vitality, why is now the most amazing time in history to be a woman, to prioritize our health, to be a wife, to be a mother, to cast vision and to dream big? I want to really encourage you to ask yourself this question. Why is now the most amazing time in history? And just jot things down in the chat, okay? Why is now the most amazing time, right? Like I said, we have more access to information, resources, and support than ever before. We're breaking generational cycles, right? We're redefining what it means to age. And we're showing up in powerful ways in our careers, in our relationships, as mother, as women. And with that opportunity comes the responsibility to prioritize our health. If we don't, we risk burnout, we risk resentment and health complications that could have been prevented. Okay? So, what's one reason you're here today? Right? What is the biggest challenge? When you think about all these questions, what's the biggest challenge you're facing when it comes to your health? Once again, here, share, here. Why is it the most challenging time in history? And why are you here? What is this piece that might be getting in the way of your health? And why is it a challenge, right? Why is it a challenging time to be a woman, to prioritize our health, to be a wife, to be a mother, to cast vision, to dream big? Why is now the most amazing time? And why is now the most challenging time? Let me go to the chat. Yeah, because we are here now. Stress and overwhelm. Yeah, wanting to do it all. Totally. Right? We have this amazing opportunity that there's so much that we can do. And yet it's also overwhelming to go, wow, this is intense. There's so much that I can do. What else? Why is now the most amazing time in history to be a woman? Why is it a challenging time in history to be a woman? Put it in the chat. Amy, Andrea, Angie, Gloria, Jennifer, Polly, Regina, Stephanie. Yeah, more opportunities. Totally. And where does that bring challenge? What about our health? Both stressful and positive, right? So then if we talk about our vitality, yeah, the most challenging time because of expectations. We all put everything on ourselves and don't focus on ourselves. Yeah. Increased expectations, both from outside and from myself, right? Easy access to good food and medical care. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? I mean, whether you like Amazon or not, whether you like Instacart or not, we have easy access to quality food and quality supplements, no matter where you live. We have easy access to resources, regardless of the geography you live in, right? You're all here. We're coming from multiple continents, multiple geographies, metropolitan, urban, suburbs. It doesn't matter. We have access. So we no longer have the excuse of, oh, I can't get answers to my health because of the community that I live. And there's also awful food. Yes, you're right. We also have access to completely awful food. I always say you can't eat off the dollar menu and expect to feel like $1,000,000. I don't even know if the dollar menu is even still a real thing. I've never eaten at that place. Okay, so going back to the workbook, hopefully you guys have it printed up. What is vitality and what is not vitality? So if you ask yourself, what is vitality and what is not vitality? What does vitality feel like in your body? If you just ask yourself the question, how do I define vitality? Put it in the chat. Oomph. Yeah, totally. Va va voom. Absolutely. What is vitality? Energy. Yeah. Yeah. What else? What is vitality? Energy. Yeah, I second that. Right? Feeling alive and excited. Absolutely. Vitality, optimism. Yeah. When we think of vitality, we often imagine boundless energy, clear thoughts, deep sense of purpose. And vitality is more than just feeling good. It's also about alignment, alignment with our bodies, our desires, our purpose. I was on facilitating a group call earlier this morning, and I was asking them about what is your desire? And what we realized is a couple of them were kind of stuck in survival. And really, their basic fundamental needs weren't being met. So, okay. If we first address fundamental needs, then it opens up space for desire, right? So vitality is when we have our fundamental needs met and there's spaciousness for desire and our purpose, right? I'm seeing confidence, enthusiasm, courage, absolutely. Curiosity, hope, drive, absolutely. And if we flip the script, what is not vitality, right? It's not the constant state of burnout. What else is it not? It's not brain fog. It's not insomnia. It's not exhaustion, right? It's not what many have just learned to call normal. Oh, it's just normal. It's just part of aging. It's normal for your body to hurt. It's normal to not have a libido. What is not vitality? Put in the chat. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it look like and feel like for you? right? Amy, Andrea, Angie, Jennifer, Stephanie, Regina, naps, not learning and progressing. Oh my gosh, right? Yeah. We want to learn. We want to read. We want to understand. What is this chapter in my life? Why is this happening in my body? Why is what I'm doing working? Yeah. Looks like sleeping in Facebook and Cheetos. Totally. Yeah. Eating crap food, making poor decisions, zoning out, disconnecting, right? Staying in bed, right? It's waking up tired, reaching for caffeine, pushing through the day on fumes. Yeah. Not vitality, fatigue, pain, antisocial, right? Hiding, be feeling depressed rather than expressed. Yeah. Feeling disconnected from ourselves, disconnected from our partners, disconnected from our community, disconnected from our church, disconnected from God, our relationship with God, right? That's not vitality. Snapping at our kids, feeling like we've lost our spark. Yes, yes. Yeah. So I want you to put in the chat, yes, snapping at our kids. Totally. Yeah, we get impatient. Yeah, running a business during a very busy season with kids. Yeah. Yeah, to go, okay, where am I not setting boundaries because I don't feel a sense of vitality? Would you write in the chat, I am showing up for me? Write it in the chat. I am showing up for me. Mm, yeah, I am showing up for me. Maybe you've been told or developed a way of thinking or being that says, quiet down, shrink, put others first. Maybe you've felt guilt for wanting more, for needing time to breathe, or shame for taking up space. I'm seeing it in the chat. Thank you. I'm showing it for me. Yes, yes. Hot flashes, sleeplessness, mood swings, extra weight, body aches. They're all negatively impacting you. And yet, until now, you've been potentially too busy, too tired, too whatever. And now it's time for you to show up for you. But the truth is this, you deserve to prioritize yourself, not despite being a woman, a mother, a partner, a daughter, a community member, but because of it, right? When you invest in your own well being, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone you love. We've all heard the quote, hopefully, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? The men in your life want to see you shine, to stand beside a woman who feels whole and vibrant. Your children depend on your energy, your presence. They don't just need you, they need the best version of you, and the world needs your voice, your passion, your power. And I get to be here to be that one to raise my hand and cheer you on and say, listen, my friend, there is hope if you've lost some. You can feel even more spectacular. And you get to prioritize yourself, and it's not selfish. It's a gift you give to those around you, right? Like I said, a rising tide lifts all boats. And when you rise, so do the people you care for, the communities you touch, and the world needs your light, right? We get to light up the world. Okay, so I didn't even introduce myself. I forgot that part. So thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. It says I'm loving your support and assistance. I'm loving supporting you, Stephanie. So I'm Maraya Brown. For those of you that are new to my space, it's like Mariah Carey, but I'm not going to sing very often. It's spelled with all A's, Maraya Brown. I've spent years helping ambitious women like you navigate the complex world of health and vitality, women's hormones, passion, vision. Okay. I have training from Yale as a nurse practitioner and a deep passion for functional medicine, food as medicine, and mindset matters. I blend science with the soul of healing. But beyond the degrees and the protocols and the titles of CEO and whatever it is, I'm also a woman who knows the weight of holding it all together, being the glue for my family, my business, and my dreams. And I'm here because I've been where you are, very likely. And I want you to know that you're not crazy for wanting more. You deserve to feel spectacular, not just okay. So I was a midwife attending births for 17 years. And now I midwife women through chapters of change. That means health, hormones, vitality, confidence, relationship dynamics, purpose on the planet, relationship with God, trust, surrender, intuition, whatever it is for you. I love getting a chance to midwife women through those chapters of change in their life. Okay, so let's go back to the workbook. Hopefully, everybody has one. A midlife midwife. Yeah, totally, Andrea. I love it. Um, and we're going to get honest with ourselves. Okay, so grab your workbook. If you don't have it, I'll share a screen so you'll have a visual. You do want to have a piece of paper and a pen. If you're driving, I encourage you to pull over, park. We're going to go through, you get to go through a vitality assessment. Okay, and this is a chance to take inventory of where you are today, right? To rate yourself in areas like energy and sleep and mood and libido and overall satisfaction with your health. And once you've completed your assessment, I'm going to ask that you type your score in the chat. Okay. This is not about judgment or good or bad or right or wrong. It's about awareness. And awareness is really the first step to taking change. So let me share screen. It's here. Bow chicka bow wow. All right. Vitality assessment. Okay, so we're working on 1 through 10. Okay, 10 is most spectacular ever. 1 is I'm a day from death. Okay. So if you don't have the workbook, you're just going to write down sleep and then you're going to give it a number. Okay. If you have the workbook, you have this to read along. I go to sleep with ease and stay asleep all night long. I wake in the morning feeling rested and restored. And team, if you can let the waiting room in, that'd be awesome. Give it a number 10 through 1. Energy level. My energy level is amazing all day, every day. I wake energized, feel inspired all day, and have energy to do all the things I long to do. Give it a number. Don't overthink it. Give it a number. I can't say this out loud because I'm live streaming on Facebook. You can read it out loud in freedom. I feel fully expressed and look in the mirror feeling turned on by what I see. It is that what is that is provided to me turns me on and leaves me feeling wanted, alive, and the big O with ease. Give it a number, 10 through 1. Hormones and mood. I feel my emotions with ease and honor my dynamic nature. I feel grounded and happy and fully expressed every day. My menstrual cycle, if you have one, is amazing. My digestion is spectacular. Everybody has that. Give it a number, 1 through 10. Vision for the future. Hope. I have a clear vision for where I want my life to go. Relationships, career, health, purpose, fulfillment. I'm clear on who I need to be and know the journey is inevitable. Give it a number, 1 through 10. Confidence. I have deep self-worth. I speak to myself lovingly. I try hard things and don't question if I will accomplish. I know I am loved and lovable, and I am a gift to this world. And last one, community. I have an amazing community of individuals I trust and feel seen and supported by. I feel deeply connected, inspired, and held because of my community. I lean on them. They lean on me. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a total score that could be as high as 70, could be as low as 0 if you gave yourself a 0, or 7 if you went with the ones. And I would love it if you put it in the chat. What is your total number? 41. Okay. 55. Okay. 57. Awesome. I had to do long division things. 47, average of 6.9. Andrea, you must be in tech or if you know your disc profile. Are you an S or a C? Amy, 46. Yep. Okay, 55. Yeah. Okay, so in those 40s and 50s. Yeah. And then to just allow Gloria, 44. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So we get to go, huh? All right. Where are there areas that feel really strong for me? Where are there areas that feel like, oh gosh, I really want to work on that? To take note of what feels kind of surprising. What did I not expect? What was like, oh yeah, I already knew that, right? In the meantime, I want to share that there was a moment, actually not too long ago, when I actually found myself curled up on the bathroom floor, completely burnt out. On paper, everything was perfect, right? A thriving business, a loving family, all the quote unquote success I'd worked so hard to achieve. But inside, I was falling apart. I'd ignored the small whispers of exhaustion and stress and imbalance, aches and pains in my body, not wanting to be touched for so long that they had become screams. And I remember looking in the mirror that day and feeling like I don't recognize the woman staring back at me. This is not who I thought I would be. And the weight of striving for perfection, always needing to have it together, to be the expert, to never falter, had finally taken its toll. I worried about the judgment of others, the disappointment in myself, and the relentless pressure of never being enough in my pursuit of being everything to everyone. And it was confronting for me to admit I wasn't perfect, that I didn't have all the answers, and that I couldn't just Google my way out of this one, right? Eventually, I had to face the truth that perfectionism was isolating me. And in that scenario, I needed help. And I needed help of a different kind, right? And for the first time, I really allowed myself to embrace that truth and focus on me as the provider, as the one that the providers referred to, as the one that's supposed to be the expert, right? And in that raw moment, I realized something. If I didn't start prioritizing myself, there wouldn't be anything left of me to give. And if I didn't raise my hand and accept health, this was a one-way street to a destination that I did not want. It didn't serve me. It didn't serve my children. It didn't serve my marriage. And it definitely didn't serve the community and the women that I was serving, right? And that I was destined to serve, to bring you here, to be here to serve you. So I made a decision that day to stop feeling guilty for my needs and to honor my body and my mind and my spirit and be in receivership. I had learned self-reliance at a very young age, and it served me well in many ways. And it was also time to find my way out of the mud, right? I needed help. I needed to be able to be reminded that I had wings back there, that I could open up and elevate out of the mud. And it was the hardest but most liberating choice I've ever made when I started caring for myself. Allowed myself to receive support and not be my own expert, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. And I got to see the ripple effect, right? My marriage deepened, my children thrived, my business took on a whole new life. I got to be a different version in who and how I supported, right? And it was proof that, like that idea, that quote that I've already given, a rising tide lifts all boats. So welcome to pause. You're not crazy, the world is, right? So go ahead and look at your vitality score. And everybody's given their totals. I'm amazing, amazing. And go, okay, what can I celebrate? Celebrate what is supporting your vitality. Right? We get to celebrate the assessment of where we are and really celebrate what's working. So put it in the chat. Which one was working? What are the things that are supporting your vitality? It could be your morning routines, your support system, your community, steps you've already taken to prioritize yourself. Allow yourself to celebrate for a minute. Put the wins in the chat. Sleep and support and exercise. Amazing. Yes. Sleep and support and exercise. Community and confidence. Yeah. Amazing. To be able to celebrate, I really feel like my community lifts up my overall sense of vitality. And my confidence feels amazing. Awesome. For someone who's sleeping great, whoop, whoop. Someone who's exercising well, whoop, whoop. What else? What else can you celebrate that is supporting your vitality? Even though I don't know all the details, but I have a clear vision for my future and confidence. So good. Sometimes my community gives me more support than I give myself. Yeah. To be able to really celebrate. Like I have areas that are solid. My sleep is good. Maybe some of you have great energy. Maybe there's phenomenal freedom. And maybe you go, oh, my mood is stable. My vision for future, my confidence, my community. We get to celebrate. It's not all horrible. And allow yourself to celebrate it. Can I celebrate hormones and mood if they're synthetic? Totally. If you're feeling great, you feel like you've found answers to your questions around hormonal vitality and your mood is stabilized, girl, don't judge how you got there, right? I love I'm on, right now, I've just started bioidentical testosterone, vaginal estriol, and bioidentical progesterone troches underneath my tongue. I got some solid sleep last night. You betcha I'm going to celebrate that. Right? If you've figured out your nutrition that's like dialed in and that works, or your supplementation, or how you connect with your relationship with community or God or spirituality or your marriage, celebrate it. I see amen to hormonal health. Yeah. Celebrate good parents and good childhood. Yeah. To set you up with a solid foundation. Right. Like I shared, I learned self-reliance early on, and I can still celebrate that. Okay, next, what's in the way of your vitality? Just go ahead and put it in the chat. What are you realizing? You know, if we're going to dismantle what's holding you back, is it self-doubt? Is it lack of time? Do you feel like there's conflicting priorities? Do you feel overwhelmed with all the bombardment of information out there and there's no time? Has the healthcare system left you feeling unheard? Right? Let's name the barriers and drop something in the chat. What is standing in the way of your vitality? And if you want to look at your vitality score, what are some of the areas that are like, dang, like I rated myself below a 7 on this. It's not amazing. Maybe it's fine, but it's not spectacular. So I see feeling a major lack of true human connection, especially with husband. Yeah. Loneliness. We are in a pandemic of loneliness for sure. So how do we create this scenario where we can feel really seen and heard in our marriage, in our community? And we'll unpack tomorrow when we talk about the 6 areas that keep us in fine, the ripple effect of that. When we're not connected in our community, or we don't feel deeply connected in our marriage, or our hormones are out of whack, or we're not sleeping well, or our mood is out of whack, what is the ripple effect in all of the other areas? I see I'm struggling with weight loss. More for health than anything else, sometimes stress about what I would like to do going forward as a career hobby, right? Yeah. So I'm realizing I don't know my purpose. I don't really have a clear grasp on my vision. So I feel kind of lost, and then I lose motivation. Yeah. And I look in the mirror and I judge my weight. And so then that impacts my confidence, and I probably feel more tired. And then I wonder what's going on with my hormones. Yeah. Understand and decipher all of the info on perimenopause body and how it works for me. Right. So that piece to feel like that's holding me down. I don't understand. Well, what is happening to my body? I don't recognize myself in the mirror. This feels very new, very different. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Potent, powerful. So if we go into the workbook allow yourself to write it down, right? Celebrate what is supporting your vitality. What is amazing in your vitality for yourself, for your community, and what's great in your current healthcare system, right? Do you have a dialed in? I saw some people say exercise, dialed in workout routine. Amazing. Maybe you feel like you've got dialed in nutrition. Amazing. Maybe you feel like you have a healthcare provider where you really feel seen and heard and acknowledged. Many that I work with say that they feel dismissed by their healthcare provider. They go in and they're told everything looks fine and they're just given another prescription and they're like, but this isn't fine and I don't understand and I want to understand the building blocks, right? And then to be able to go, all right, what's in the way? This self piece is powerful. What's in the way of my vitality that I'm responsible for? Right? Am I in the loop of complaining and help is right there and I'm simply not accepting it? Do I actually have the resources and I know what I need to do, but I'm not doing them? And instead, I'm staying in bed and doing the social media scroll and staying disconnected and staying at home alone, right? What's in the way of your vitality with your community? A number of you said that you feel like your community is an amazing part right now. Awesome. Some of you, it's the piece that's kind of in the way. You feel alone. You feel different than your community. Maybe you're in a place where you feel like you're kind of wanting a different community. Sometimes it's, I'm on a new quest. I want to learn new things. I want to change. Maybe I'm shifting in my ideas around spirituality and God. Maybe I've been in a community, a client of mine, she was in a community where the women would get together and complain. And she said, this doesn't serve me anymore. I want to find a new community where we get together and we hope and we praise and we celebrate and we share our wins and we share gratitude, right? And then what's in the way with healthcare? I think there's a lot in the way with healthcare. I think for the most part, it's more of a sick care system than a healthcare system, if you ask me. But allow yourself to write it down. What is in the way for you when it comes to the healthcare system that you currently are enrolled in? Have you been raising your hand and saying, my body hurts. I'm tired. I don't understand. I'm putting on this extra weight. I want some answers, right? I don't want to be touched. Things hurt. And you're being dismissed or you're not being given answers that work. Or you're saying, well, I want to learn. Or are there nutritional answers that you can give me, not just another prescription, right? And with all that, I'm curious to put it in the chat. Let me look at the chat. Are we in Vegas? Do things stay here? Right. You are welcome. That's a great question. So if you want to make a comment and you don't quite feel ready to comment at all, you are welcome to send the comment just to me. I have the comments set up so that you guys can't do that with one another. I think with a group of women, it's really important that we never have to worry around like the cattiness that can sometimes happen and the whispering. So just so that you know, on Zoom, you can't send one-on-one messages to one another, but you can send a one-on-one message to me, right? So if you're saying what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas and there's something that you want to share, but you're not quite ready to share it with all the women that are here on this Zoom call, you're welcome to send it directly to me. I think that's a really valid question. Okay, so I'm seeing understand and decipher all the info. Yeah, totally, right? So we get to go, what's in the way? And so I put on the workbook FINE, FINE. Anyone curious what FINE might stand for? Take some guesses. I'm curious. Fine. If it's an acronym, I'm fine. How you doing? I'm fine. Versus I'm spectacular. Oh, never been better. So good. So energized. So abundant. So happy. So hopeful. Faking. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Often we're faking it. We're either faking it Or we're like, once again, like I said at the beginning, it's this, are we going belly up to status quo, focus, important evaluation? Yeah, totally. So I say fine is fear, inhibition, neglect, and exhaustion. Let me say it again. And Aaliyah or Raisa, if you'd put it in the chat, that'd be helpful. Fear, inhibition, neglect, and exhaustion. I'm fine. I'm actually afraid of change. I'm actually afraid of what the next year is going to look like if nothing changes. What if 5 years goes down the road and nothing changes? What if 10 years goes down the road and nothing changes? I'm actually afraid. That's not feeling spectacular. That's fine. That's fear. Inhibition, I'm holding back. I'm not speaking up for myself. I'm not prioritizing my well-being to the degree that I know that I can. Neglect. I'm neglecting a part of my well-being. I'm not setting boundaries. I'm serving everyone else and saving table scraps for myself and exhaustion. I'm actually tired. I'm actually tired of feeling tired. I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of hoping, right? I'm tired of feeling different, whatever it is. That exhaustion, that's fine. We don't want fine, right? You wouldn't be here if you were okay with fine. We get to stop settling for fine and start moving towards vibrant. Okay? So we get to kind of take a reality check. Oh, Jennifer, I'm sorry. I'm lucky if I get table scraps. No, sirree, Bob, not in this space. Girl. We're going to shift that around, right? So let's just take a moment, kind of look in the mirror a bit at ourselves. Where are you still pretending that fine is good enough? And ask yourself the question, where am I still pretending that fine is good enough? And get brutally honest about the current state. Of course, there's plenty to celebrate. I believe miracles happen every day. I believe prayer works. I believe positivity works. Yes, yes. And you get to want more. You get to want spectacular. So if you get brutally honest about your current state of health and vitality, and you allow yourself to visualize your healthiest, most vibrant self, where are you still pretending that fine is good enough? Right? And if we shift from fine to vibrant, not like, oh, girl, you looking fine, not that kind of fine. What would it look like to no longer just survive, but thrive in each of those areas of vitality? What if we came back a year from now and you were like 69 out of 70, right? I think of my client, Michelle. She came to me because she had pain throughout her whole body. She had her nutrition certification. Along her path to try to feel better, she's like, I went and got my own nutrition certification. She was doing the mindset work. She was completely fulfilled in her career and her marriage and her community. And we worked together for 3 months, and her malaise and her sense of feeling tired, her body pain went away. And you know what that offered? A new sense of hope. Turns the light on. It's like, oh, I've been in the dark. Look, everything's so brighter, so much brighter. I think about Kate. She's a stylist for Vogue magazine, jet setter in Los Angeles, beautiful, perceived to be beautiful and energetic, and she is the life of the party. And behind closed doors, she was anxious. She was insecure and unhappy. She shared all of this publicly. And we worked together. She did my year-long program. And along the journey, she realized that she wasn't so alone in her journey. She thought she was the only one, right? She received validation. And her relationship dynamics completely shifted when she found her power and her lights turned on. Of course, we dug into her energy and her hormones and her passion. But for her to have that validation to go, oh my God, I'm not the only one. That actually behind closed doors, I'm anxious and insecure and unhappy. And so along the journey, the lights turn on in so many different ways. But I had a whole year to support her, and she had the community, right? It can be so good on the other side, my friend, right? So I want to make sure that by the end of today, we still have 15 more minutes left. But before we close, I want to take you kind of through a guided meditation to make sure we wrap up our time together. But before we do that, I want to leave you with a little teaser about what's coming tomorrow and a chance to reflect on your next steps. I'm curious if anybody wants to put anything in the chat. If you just kind of look through your notes, take a breath, take a pause. We've it's surprising how much we can cover, right? In just 45 minutes, how much ground we can cover. My sense of vitality, right? To be able to take a real self-assessment and go, right, what am I celebrating and what is in the way? And to be able to go, all right, what do I want? What do I really wish would be different? I would love to see it in the chat. What do I actually wish could change? Why am I not nurturing myself? Why is this my default? Yeah. Such a great question. And, it likely goes back to old patterning, right? We get into these patterns and the starting point is awareness. Oh, wow, there I am. Not with judgment, but with curiosity. Give yourself a smile, right? Allow yourself to be curious with, there I am. I'm not nurturing myself. And what if that changed? What if my default actually became that I'm actually going to put on my own oxygen mask first? And how am I a different version? And what might that look like? And we'll unpack it as we go through. We're going to have 7 days together. Hopefully, everybody can be on live. If not, you'll watch the replays and there'll be different people coming and going. Total abundant mindset, no reactions, but mindful action. Yeah, right. To be able to be in that place of total trust and belief that anything and everything is possible. And to be able to look the challenge in the face and to know that, thank you. Of course, the answer is coming right now. Of course, there's a solution because there always is. Yes, yes. Get excited about something and then losing that fire, excitement, and so not moving forward and acting on that initial excitement, right? Because one of the most challenging things we can ever do is change, right? That's not safe. Why would we leave the cave? That's not safe. But it's actually what we desire. And change is inevitable. But when we notice these patterns of I get so excited and then I don't take action, it's the nervous system that needs to recalibrate, right? And help that unconscious mind go, okay, this is okay. One of my favorite quotes is just outside my comfort zone and in the support of the right community is where magic happens. So Ola, we get to find, all right, where's that community that's going to be there to hold you and support you as you say, yes, I'm excited about this thing. I want to stoke the fire and to be able to allow that space to continue to take consistent actions and excitement. Yeah. I'd like to feel more like myself again and find clarity around specific goals for the future. So good. So powerful. Okay. So, like I said, this is just the beginning. Over the next 6 days, we're going to dive deeper into what's keeping us stuck and fine and how to dismantle it. Tomorrow, we'll uncover how hormone stress and thyroid can either build us up or break us down. All right. Tomorrow, we go into hormones, adrenals, and thyroid. And then the following day is the 6 areas that keep us in fine. We'll talk about hormonal imbalances affecting so many women, like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. I'm going to unpack that, how they can impact our mood and our energy and our weight. How stress and adrenal fatigue in that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode are wearing us down and what we can do. And then we'll unpack thyroid, right? That tiny yet mighty gland right here in our throat behind our Adam's apple, and how its dysfunction can lead to things like low energy, brain fog, losing the outside of your eyebrows, cold extremities, constipation, weight gain, all the stuff, right? So hopefully that's going to resonate with everyone, and you'll come back each day here on Zoom, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 days. I'm going to be here, steady, here to support you. You'll meet some of the team. You'll have people giving their own testimonials. If at any point you can't make it live, the replays are emailed to you, right? As along with other testimonials, watch them, take them seriously, allow yourself to regain hope. Andrea, is this why those huge eyebrows are so popular? Maybe. And the eyebrows that don't move. Oh, so fun. I love living in 2025. Okay, let's moving into a bit of just a closing meditation, right? Um, I want to see if there's anything else before I go there. Uh, Aaliyah and Raisa, if you once again, hey, Marissa, so fun to see you. Um, Aaliyah and Raisa, would you just put once again the text message, phone number, and the email? For all of you that are registered at any point, you can text your questions. Once again, if you don't have the workbook yet, raise your hand, ask for it. It's nice to have it printed up. As questions pop up, if you want to email Aaliyah your labs, you're welcome to, especially to have them ready for the live Q&A day. And we're going to unpack a lot, right? We're also going to get into absorption and detoxification. We're going to get honest with phases of life and how we prioritize ourselves to get clear with our own needs and really ask for what we need. Okay. So I invite you to commit to showing up fully for yourself. If you can show up fully for these entire 7 days, amazing, live or replay. And show up fully. Allow yourself to say, I'm a priority. Take the notes, be in the place of self reflection. Even for many of you that have attended, you've been clients of mine, you've been in the year-long program, you've been in the trifecta, you've attended one of these workshops before. You're a different version of you today, and I'm a different version of me today. And so this energetic exchange is different. So you get to take notes, write it down, dream bigger, right? Believe more deeply, consider new possibilities. Okay. Marissa says life changing. Thank you. Yes, Marissa, we've had some fun working together. I love that woman. For those of you seen her in the chat, she's become a dear friend. Okay. As we wrap up, I titled this pause, right? We get to take a moment to take a pause. So put your pen down, put your papers down. If you're driving, I ask that you pull over to the side and take a moment to just settle into your space, into your body, and close your eyes, right? Place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it, and open your mouth and a deep breath out through your mouth. Turn off the noise. It can all wait. Our presence and our connection with ourselves is one of the most powerful things we can offer to ourselves. And feel the steady rise and fall of your breath, your life force that you're breathing in, right? This rhythm, constant and unwavering. It carries you forward through every season of change. Inhale deeply. Fill your lungs with the intention of presence. And as you exhale, let the demands of the day fade away like a whisper in the wind. All right. And allow yourself to turn inward to your sacred space, your temple, the home of your power, your dreams, and your truth. And ask yourself softly, what is currently in the way of my vitality? What is my body asking of me in this moment? And listen closely, without judgment, and trust the answers that arise. Sometimes they come in a color, a sound, a picture, a moment, a thought, a taste. And just listen closely and trust the answers that arise. What is my body asking of me in this moment? And breathe deeply and just let the truth settle gently within you, planting a seed, like a seed of transformation that gets to be nurtured. Over time, it's going to get some sun. It's going to have access to the nutrients from soil. It will get some rain. Right now, it's just planting the seed. And imagine the wisdom of the stars guiding you. The planetary alignment today invites you to release what no longer serves you. I'm not an astrologist, but I did look up a little bit in preparation for today. And it invites you to release what no longer serves you, to uncover the hidden truths you're avoiding, and to step into the power of clarity and authenticity. So breathe in the courage and let go of the perfectionism. As you exhale, just let it go. You can imagine sand settling to the base of the ocean. You can imagine yourself just releasing it. Let go of the needs to have all the answers. You don't need to do it all, and you definitely don't need to do it all alone. This moment is about receiving as much as giving. And now just picture yourself thriving. See yourself waking up after deep, nourishing sleep. Your body vibrant, free of tension. Your mind clear and focused. And you move through your day with ease, feeling deeply connected to yourself and those you love. Inhale. And as you exhale, step closer to this vision and see yourself vitality, alignment, spectacular. And just take note of what you see. Feel the warmth of this vision expand in your heart. And imagine a room filled with people who uplift and support you. Picture their smiles, their encouragement, and the safety that they bring. Let their energy remind you that you are not alone. You are supported in this season of change right now. Whisper to yourself, I'm worthy of support. I'm worthy of support. I'm worthy of connection. I'm worthy of connection. I'm worthy of care. I'm worthy of care. And focus on your heart. And this is your moment to step into a new chapter, a chapter of vitality, joy, ease. Allow yourself to envision a 2025 as that year where you thrive, not just for others, but for yourself. What does it feel like to live fully aligned with your body, your health, your dreams? And just allow that vision to grow roots. If you see it like a tree, allow those roots to grow and go deep down into the ground. You're not just dreaming, you're actively creating. Allow yourself to create the vision of 2025 where you thrive. What does it feel like to be fully aligned. Your body, your health, your dreams, your mood, your energy, your sleep, your community, your vision, your confidence, your libido. And let the vision take roots. And breathe deeply once more, feeling the strength of your heartbeat if your hand is still on your chest. And whisper a promise to yourself. I will honor my body. I will seek the help I need. I will step boldly into this new chapter with courage and with self-love. Because we are all meant for vitality. You are meant for vitality, for joy, for an abundant life with ease. And let this be the moment. You say yes to yourself, this moment. And you can have many moments down the road, but right now, this moment. And just let it all settle in. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Allow yourself to carry this commitment with you as you move forward, letting the energy of this moment guide you to say, I'm ready to thrive. I'm ready to shine. Yeah. So in the workbook, I can bring it up again. If you're open to, I encourage you to email or text the answer to what is your vitality score as of today. Go ahead and text it to the phone number or the email address and text in that vitality score as of today. And that way the team, we know how to offer some support to be able to say, here I am, here's the picture right now. Yep. And so just ending to say, welcome to this moment. Your health and self-care journey don't need to feel overwhelming, short-term or restrictive. It gets to feel personalized and bright and vibrant and easy. This isn't a cleanse or a crash diet. It's a way of being, a way of existing that feels expansive and joyful and full of growth. And this is your new me. And you're going to be able to say, I can do this, right? We're going to unpack over these next days. And maybe if you come in and end up working with me and the team, you're going to come up with a plan that feels sustainable, not temporary, right? A decision to step into something better. And I think it's so cool. You manifested me and I manifested you in this workshop, this moment. We're here because you're here, because I hope you're ready to make decisions based on where you want to be, not where you've been stuck, right? And I'm here to be able to support you and be vulnerable and be willing to splay open and say, I'm here if you're willing to receive it. And if you're in this workshop, and I see some people coming in because I've got the group call starting, but for all of you, if you're feeling tired, if you can't sleep, if you lack confidence, have low or inconsistent libido, or constantly turning to cosmetic fixes or shopping, the new handbag, without addressing what's going on underneath, menstrual chaos, mood instability, weight gain, feeling unfulfilled, it's time to pause. It's time to trust that you can feel light, vibrant, energetic, sexy. And if you're honest with yourself, you know you're not fully in your power if you've come and registered for this workshop. There's more, right? We're not settling for fine. So the fact that you're acknowledging the areas that are kind of not the greatest in your world of vibrancy, awesome. Celebrate it. Because every problem means that there's a solution that exists. So we get to celebrate. Thank you. The solution's here now. And I celebrate you for recognizing that. And the shift starts here with your acknowledgement and for being here in pause. So with that, I will see each and every one of you. Oh, looks like my computer's about to die. I need to plug it in. I will see each and every one of you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Strange. It looks like my computer's going to die. For those of you coming in for the group call, welcome, welcome. I'm going to stop recording. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for all of your time. Reach out to Concierge. We're here to support you.